You're up, Commissioner.
All right, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Look like there's an amendment in the 1:30 meeting. Talk about at-will employment.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Got a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
First item we'll have is Commissioners' invoices, Commissioners' report. And on the Commissioners' report, I just had a couple of questions. I can come over there. I'll sit down here. They're not big deals. Let's see.
You just gotta test me.
Come on. I figure out which one. Right here. Okay.
Oh,
Didn't we already pay that?
yes, but the rate changed. We paid $880 originally, and then they came back and it was $935 instead.
So we
So we'll have to
voided
look
that
at more.
check.
Yes,
and-
yes, we voided and reissued.
Okay.
I will have her, well,
I mean, this is fine.
Yeah.
It's just an answer here.
Yes.
And
I was just thinking we could tell her to
That's what I said.
put out reissue, but
I thought we'd read.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if we was paying more
yeah,
on
no,
top of it.
just a little bit more. You guys approved that one last week.
Okay. It's just the horse show is what.
Oh.
It wasn't a judge, it wasn't,
Well,
it didn't, I don't know, I didn't,
she was probably the judge for the horse show.
okay.
They just neglected to put judge horse show. She just put what the event was.
Okay, so that's fine. Why are we paying for somebody to go to a horse show?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess this one is a combination. We pay for coffee, cocoa, creamer and stuff out there at Road and Bridge,
And cider and all sorts of,
which might be a conversation we have. I don't know why we pay for all the different beverages they have out there at Road and Bridge.
we paid at Road and Bridge, we paid across the street, we paid at the landfill, we pay at multiple departments.
Why?
I could do a comparison.
I've asked the same question.
Yeah, we have asked, but, yeah.
And this just might be a typo, but this is why I'm,
Do I have a Monster or Power to get out of the
Brown mat, Coca-Cola.
coffee machine?
Yeah. Yeah,
why are we paying Western States for cocoa?
that's probably a color,
Okay.
yeah. Or it's in front of the word mat.
It wasn't anything big, but
Yeah. And I can have Kelly look for that larger discussion of who all we pay those random items for. The event center, we used to pay for that. I don't know if we still
I
do.
don't think so, since Scott's been up there.
But it is, I mean, like I said, it's cider, it's cocoa, it's coffee, it's creamer, it's sugar. That might be all.
Why are we not paying for everybody's soda?
Because and that's the argument, is I don't like coffee, so I want cocoa. Or I don't like coffee or cocoa, I want cider. Well,
Drink water
I
is
give
better
you
for you.
that, and you get,
Almost every department, we pay for a water cooler.
Which is fine. Water, I have no problem paying for. Make sure you have water available.
Yeah.
Everything else, what are we doing here?
Personal preference?
Road and Bridge, we used to, I'd have to look and see if we still do, pay for the squid mix that goes in water, so that they don't get dehydrated, so it's like a,
Yeah, they're just dehydrated salads. They're fine. And even for like some of those guys, if they're out paving, I don't even have a problem with them going and buying Powerade and Gatorade and whatever, if you're out in the middle of nowhere
Well,
and
that's
you're
the
doing
equivalent
that.
of,
Yeah,
so-
I have no problem with stuff like that because of the environmental consideration. But you're not doing that in the middle of the winter time.
Right.
You're doing that when you're paving out in the middle of South Marsh Creek Road and you're, 10 miles from a gas station.
and around hot asphalt.
Okay, that's a big one.
Tell another one went in front of your laptop.
Did you look at the man on that one?
Yeah.
When we're done with those, we can go to mine.
And this is for the fire through West, the reduction.
I don't know what that is.
For C-code?
This is CCOG. So have we got these grants already?
But for the fuels reduction?
We've got two.
They've been awarded, but we haven't billed them yet for any reimbursement on anything is
Oh, no.
what I
because
would
They haven't done
say.
any work on it.
Because
Correct.
we had to wait for those MOUs that just barely got returned back to us to pay charity so we could get reimbursed.
And I guess that's my question, is where is this money coming from if we sign this
The
bill?
grant. Right?
So, that's what I wanted to make sure.
That's what it would be.
Well, we have them coded to, because we've got two grants.
That's a good question, because we haven't done anything to receive
Well,
money back.
this is coded out of Homeland Security. So,
That's the contract
This-
Wes has with CCOG for them to work on region-wide grants.
So
yeah,
it's
so
not
this
the
isn't the
reduction.
IDL.
Okay.
Okay,
Correct.
okay. I didn't think we'd actually received money yet, so I want to make sure that where we were at.
And those IDL grants will be reimbursement grants. So we'll spend, then get reimbursed.
Okay.
And I believe we're pretty close to being able to go out to bid for the work, so.
Commissioner Moser, do you want these next?
Yes,
For claims?
we'll take them now.
Those are mileage. I do have a reimbursement for a Fair Board member who bought a handful of items off of Amazon. We've got inkjet refill, a laptop case, 2 laptops, a mouse, a hard drive, to the tune of $1,600. My question on this is more, can I ask them to go to IT for those purchases and flow that through them?
Yeah, yeah, all that should go through IT.
Okay, that also gives us validation that they were delivered.
Yeah, I mean, where was it sent to?
It was sent to the individual's home, just simply because the individual bought it. And we always ask for proof of delivery
I know.
before we do a reimbursement, but I just didn't know if maybe we could get better prices, just for tracking purposes.
Where we have an Amazon commercial account, or
We do.
where they don't.
And then you purchase through, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all I have on that one.
My question is, it says Blackfoot to Downey. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. I think that,
Went to Blackfoot, then to Downey, and then back to Pocatello.
see, he hasn't filled out any of the business purposes.
Okay, we can request that.
Piney seems, I was okay with hers.
I'm going to ask Piney to turn that in a little more frequently, as opposed to waiting. We have asked in the past that those be turned in, if not monthly, quarterly, and that's back to May. And then the last item I have for you is, Carrie Hall emailed me last night and said that they had a D6 employee's personal car towed and impounded from the city center campus. And Ashley was wondering if we could pay for that $261 cost, because it wasn't the employee's fault, it was a result of miscommunication. So I asked for more information, because based on that information that I didn't know. Got more information. The employee left his personal vehicle legally parked at the city center and was in another county in one of the D6 cars. The health trust needed to start some construction and wanted the lot cleared. D6 didn't have any prior notice of the construction. No one at D6 recognized the car, so they mistakenly reported to the health trust it didn't belong to any employees. The health trust had the car towed so the construction could start. Is that a county reimbursable expense?
Send the bill to
In
Sean.
my opinion,
Send the bill to Sean.
yeah,
That was my,
health trust should be
If they haven't posted it with a proper notice saying that we will begin construction, have a nice time and you're gonna pay for it.
Okay, I will forward that as a response.
Yeah.
Okay, those are all my,
That it? Okay. The motion on invoices and then on mileage reimbursement.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the invoices and mileage reimbursements as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
With that being